everybody and their mama, everybody and their grandma, everybody and their baby was walking around smelling like Baccarat. So I am in the car and on the way, so I'll just talk to y'all while I'm on the way. It is a little bit of a bumpy ride, so I hope you guys can hear me good. First of all, I do not like when I'm getting ready and I just start sweating, like as if I have been running the treadmill, but I've just accepted that it's just a part, I guess, of my get ready routine. The good thing about that is I feel like it can help, you know, like with my makeup setting and everything. But I've been trying a newer powder and I just don't like the way it clumps like around my nose and stuff. Anyway, that's besides the point. Y'all, I have had some weird things this week that I have witnessed. First thing is I literally was driving on my way to work to go work with a client, and I see this man walking on the bridge. He was walking the opposite way, but he was still on the same side of the bridge that I was going. The man had a gas canister in one hand, and then he was pulling his pants down. Like, they were already down. His genitals were in full exposure, okay? This man was almost naked, basically. He was naked down there, okay? And so he was continuing to pull like his pants down, and so in my mind I'm like, I hope he not finna, you know, try to get off the bridge, if you get what I'm saying. And if he is, you know, why pull your pants off, you know? What is the purpose of that? And it wasn't like his pants fell down. It wasn't like accidental. It was like he wanted the people to see what he had, okay? Everything was dangling, jiggling. Everything was out there, you know? He wasn't like shy. He wasn't trying to hurry up and cover up. He was continuing to pull the pants down. So I don't know what was going on with him in that situation, but I hope that everything worked itself out, you know? And I hope that anybody who saw what they saw, that they're okay too. And then, y'all, this is the thing this morning. When I finally got up, it was like 9 something, and I got a text from one of my neighbors. The type of neighbor that I am the type of neighbor that minds my business. If I see my neighbors and I see that they're looking at me or whatever, I'll speak or whatever, but I'm not that neighbor that's like going over to everybody's house talking to them. I'm the type of neighbor, I come in, I go out when I need to, and I just mind my business. I am in the neighborhood to go to my house. And then all of my neighbors are older than me, so I don't really have any neighbors that's my age. They're older. They're like maybe 50s, 60s, maybe even 40s. I have not seen anyone that is around my age to where I feel like, oh, let me go be friends with them or talk to them. And so I have this one neighbor that is super nosy, like in your business, the one that's going and telling everybody business to everybody and calling the people on you. As far as I know, she didn't call the people on me, but you know, people will tell exactly what type of person they are. I don't know if she meant to or not meant to, but she said that she called, you know, the neighborhood people to report this guy because he was working on cars and stuff in front of his house or whatever. I understand, you know, some people don't want all of that going on in front of their house, but every time I see that man, it's like one car he's always working on and he's minding his business. So it's that type of neighbor that's always stirring up drama, but it's secret and behind the scenes. So I had an Amazon package that was delivered, but it was delivered to the wrong address. And I thought it was so weird because I ordered from Amazon probably at least once a week. At least once a week. Sometimes 4 and 5 times a week if I need stuff for like going out of town or something like that. Or I prefer to just shop on Amazon because I don't like going to the store all the time. So I called Amazon and I'm like, what is going on? I can't recall having an Amazon package misplaced in probably over a year. And even then, it's not a common thing with Amazon. Maybe with some other delivery carriers. So I'm like, what's going on? They decided that they will give me like a refund for what I ordered, and then they will also give me a $10 credit. So I'm like, okay, there's nothing I can do about it. And what I ordered was pretty personal. It's just like a self-care item. But I feel like I still just don't like people in my business, and just especially if you are messy. Some people are just messy and just like to just sit down. Please sit down. So anyway, I'm like, there's nothing I can do about it. Whatever, I'll just reorder, maybe from another brand. I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking like maybe it's a sign to not use the brand or just use, I don't know. I even checked another neighbor because there's somebody else who has like the same numbers, and I used to have packages get mixed up there and it wasn't there. So I'm like, I don't know, this is weird. And they took a picture and it wasn't at my house, so that's how I knew that they didn't deliver it to me. So interestingly enough, this morning I get a text from the nosy neighbor. And again, this neighbor is like the type of neighbor, I think that she thinks I'm like dumb. Again, I'm probably the youngest person on the block, really probably one of the younger people in the neighborhood. So this lady, I think she thinks because of my age. This car in front of me has, you know, like those stickers on their window that says don't change so people will like you, be yourself, and the right people will love the real you. Let me try to read the other part of it. Look at me over here. The other side says be humble and never think you are better than anyone else. We all leave this world with nothing. I always run into little messages and stuff like that, and I just think that's so cute. But anyway, back to the lady. So I actually was there first. Not that that matters, but I felt like I had a lot of peace before the lady came in, because it's just like the little things that she does. Like one time I was just warning her, like another neighbor was walking, you know, like behind in her backyard, and it just would look odd to me. So I would just let her know, okay, doing the neighborly thing. The lady goes and tells the man, as if I was like telling on him or something. They were out of town or whatever. And so then he starts treating me funny, acting funny with me. And so I'm like, okay, this lady is messy. Next time I'm gonna just let people do what they want to do. And this is the same person who always wants to let me know when she's going somewhere and, you know, this and that. So I was like, you know what, next time I'm just let them do whatever they want to do. All right. Just let them do whatever they want to do. And it's always weird stuff, like she's trying to force give me stuff. Like I've never asked for anything, but she's always trying to just force give me food and stuff like that. And if you know me, I'm a very particular person. If I sense anything dark on you or something weird with you, I am not gonna eat any. I really don't eat stuff just from people anyway, but I'm not gonna go into it. It's just I didn't feel comfortable eating the stuff that she has given me. Okay, there was a time also she randomly was trying to give me, I guess, like cake or something that supposedly these two lady neighbors made. She didn't even tell me who they were. I didn't know who they were, but it was like a whole loaf of a cake that somebody else made. Why are you giving me almost a whole loaf of a pancake that somebody else gave you? Why didn't you eat it? Why don't you want it? Okay, so things like that I pay attention to. That is weird. Anyway, y'all, so this morning I get a text from the neighbor, and I'm gonna paraphrase because I don't, you know, I'm driving or whatever, but basically she's saying that, hey, I saw your I got your Amazon package, but I opened it because I thought it was a package that I was expecting. The first thing I thought of was, y'all, the people, they don't usually have people coming in and out delivering packages to their house. I'm not saying that they don't, but I usually have packages all the time. As nosy as this lady is, I know the lady looked at the label, but she was trying to act like it was something that she ordered and she thought that they delivered something that she ordered. Normally when Amazon delivers a package or something, they usually almost right away. It's not far off that they will send you a notification on your phone and say, hey, it's delivered, and this and that. And we also had like a little, it wasn't a spat, like it wasn't a fight or nothing, but she got mad. It was like she was trying to control me, that I didn't send something to her exactly when she wanted to send it to me. It's also little stuff like where, you know, when somebody sees you but they try to hurry up and look away so they don't have to speak. So it's just weird. We don't really have like a neighborly relationship. It's just kind of like, okay, we live by each other, let's just act let's act normal. Okay, let's act normal. Let's just do the neighborly thing. So immediately when she sent that text, I just knew, like, no, lady, you were being nosy and you just wanted to see what I ordered, and then you wanted to act like it was an accident. And I don't know if she would have kept it. Honestly, I feel like she's that type of person that would have kept and would have just not said nothing. And it was delivered yesterday afternoon. These people are constantly outside the house, working in the yard, constantly. Every single day, it seems like. Never in the house. So anyway, I text her back, my name is on the label, thanks, I will toss the item. So then she texts back and is like, you know, you can tell when somebody's like defensive. Well, I can tell stuff like that. I can read between things. It's just like she was like texting back, trying to like justify, like, toss it, I misread the name or whatever, something like that along those lines, she said. And so I was like, thank you, not even going back and forth, thank you. I finally go get the packet. Like, you know, you try to give people the benefit of the doubt, even though you already know what's up, even though you've already seen like stuff in the past. I look at where the lady opens the package, and where she opens the package, literally where the line of demarcation where the package was open, my name is literally right there, plastered right there with my address right under it. So I was thinking, okay, let me not jump to conclusions. Maybe the label could have been on the other side, just in case. It just so happens she got my package, which technically it was actually delivered the day before. So the package was at her house more than 12 hours, probably like 16, 17, 18. It doesn't really matter. Package is over there for a while. So I feel like if you would have ordered something, why would it be there before your package is delivered today or whatever the underlying situation is. So once I saw that the line of demarcation was literally, my name was literally right there at the line of demarcation where she opened the package, and my address, it wasn't even like on the other end of the thing, that just confirmed everything. You just wanted to be nosy and see what I ordered, and then act like just act like you accidentally just opened the package and this or that. When I order stuff, as much as I order stuff, I know what I ordered. I know when my stuff is supposed to be delivered. I could even consider, like, maybe if she was like a really older woman, not even that, like, this lady is fully functional, mind is functioning enough for her to be able to be sneaky and stuff like that. The lady know what's up, okay? So you open my package and then you get offended that I checked you about opening my package, and then you want to come back and want to try to argue about the package. But I shut it down with just thank you. Thank you. So that was my morning. I'm like, this has to be a test. I have had some moments recently where I just really could have crashed out. Like, really could have. But I think that I'm being tested on my ability to just take these little situations and just let them fly, you know, fly above it, just let it be. Anyway, you guys, I'm almost near where I need to be for this grand opening. It is raining so badly outside, so I don't know if they've already done the ribbon cutting or if you're even still doing anything outside. But I need to pick up my bag from there. Apparently they give out like a little, they call it swag bag, and I think a couple of prizes and everything. So yeah, I will check in later. I do also have to go to Sephora, and I need to go to Dillard's. So yeah, I have a couple of things to get, so I will show y'all what I am getting. We gonna talk every day. We gonna talk every day. We gonna talk every day. We gonna talk every day.
Imagine what I did to my friends in Milan. 2K and I missed the button on my plans. Friends like alone on a thing that it.
Alright, y'all, so I'm done with the event. I have cotton candy all over me. It's like on the bag and everything because it's still raining, so it started to melt with the humidity in the air. But I had a really good experience at the, I guess it's like the true grand opening. I got to network a little. I ended up talking to this girl, and she is a realtor, and I was able to also give her like one of my business cards. So that was cool, being able to network and, you know, meet other people. One thing I have noticed though is that there's someone that she keeps coming up to me and talking to me when I am here, and nothing bad, she means well, but I think sometimes when people interact and they're not used to interacting, especially if you're very different, I think sometimes it can, and very different, like maybe socially, or maybe you're different races, maybe you don't have like the same kind of background. Sometimes it can be like socially awkward trying to make conversation or talk. And so like a couple of times when I have been here, it's like she'll come up to me and talk to me, and I'll talk back, and it's like I think she feels like awkward, like weird, so she just like walks off. Now that I'm older, I realize that some people, like, it's, you can easily like mesh with and talk to, and then some people it just takes a little effort, and not necessarily it's a bad thing. Maybe y'all are just different, or y'all just don't necessarily have like things to connect with. But yeah, overall I had a really good experience. Let's do a quick little thing to see what they gave. Usually with events like this, they'll give you stuff to help with, you know, like shouting out other brands. So this is just like an energy fizz stick that they gave. They had a lot of different things. Like I had cotton candy. I picked up a juice from a place. I've actually been here. This is Cairo's Jack's. I've actually been here before, and I have eaten there before, and it was really good. You can pick up box water. This is the watermelon flavor. I've never tried box water, but I feel like watermelon will sound good. It is purified water. I personally normally don't like purified water because I like it in its like more natural form. I usually try to stick to spring water and naturally alkaline water for the health benefits, but that is cool. They gave a pair of sticky socks, which I feel like is such a blessing because I do have 2 pair right now, but in my mind, and I can buy more, but I'm just like one of those people that's like, I don't want to be bothered to have to buy certain like mandatory things. Like I want to buy what I want to buy, okay? I don't want to have to be bothered to buy things that are required for anything. So I feel like this is such a blessing. And to be honest, if you are a Pilates person, if you go to Pilates, it is not cheap. So with Pilates, I feel like this is a nice gift to give to those who are a part of a grand opening. So I have, these are actually really cute, if I'm being honest. So that is perfect. These are some eye patches. I have a $5 off coupon for a smoothie. This is a coupon for a free B12 shot. 50% off for a facial. I have a 10% off coupon for permanent jewelry, and that's something I've been looking into, getting a permanent like bracelet, because I do want to get more into jewelry, but I feel like I'm one of those people that, I don't know, like I have to think about putting on my jewelry, and maybe because I just like feeling free and stuff. So yeah, that's that. And then I got a 15% off coupon for photography if needed. So yeah, y'all, that was the whole event. It was pretty nice. It was worth coming to. I had me a glass of wine. I got me a free juice. And then yeah, I got the other stuff. So now I'm about to head to Dillard's, and then I also need to go to Sephora. There is this blush I want from YSL, and I saw Dillard's have it, so I'm gonna pick it up from there. And the only reason I'm picking it up from Dillard's instead of Sephora, because I get points at Sephora, like I like to rack up on the points, is because I have a gift card there. So it worked out perfectly. And I have been kind of like wanting to get back into MAC lipsticks, so I might stop by there and see. 12:18 right now. The place that I want to get brunch at stops brunch at 2, so I'm gonna try to do all this before going to brunch. So let's go, y'all. I have to hurry up because, you know, time is ticking and I want to go to brunch. But I'm stopping at this place because I want to see if they have a fragrance I was looking for.
Only high key when I'm blessed in face like who? I saw all the things like who? Sending all the way, that's cool. Side niggas never think I'm a fool, but I'm listening to you. Making pieces from my life that remain. I can't explain on the problem that I face. Thousands on hate and I'm steady on my face. On the fucking mic, I'm aggressing my rate.
Hey y'all, so I'm finally back home. It's probably about 4 o'clock now. I feel like I had such a peaceful, productive Saturday. My main thing was I wanted to go to brunch, and I had a couple of things I want to pick up. Y'all want to know what's so funny is I just had an Amazon package delivered like probably 5 minutes ago. It was not delivered to the wrong address today. I definitely don't believe in coincidences in life. And so I like to take these moments as like just maybe like warnings or hints. Like I already had my feelings about quote unquote neighbor or whatever. But I feel like when things like this happen, it's just like confirmation. Like your discernment is on point. What you think about this person is right, okay? All right, but anyway, what came today from Amazon is I got a new shower head system because the one I've had I think like 2 years now. I don't even remember the last time I bought it, and I honestly am not sure how often you're supposed to change these out, but I just, as long as they're continuing to work and everything, I just continue. That's what pretty much anything, as long as it continues to work and it's not like, you know, messed up, nothing nasty or anything going on with it. So I usually will use things as long as I can. So I got a new one. I hope that they sent me the right color because I did not order a silver one. I ordered a nickel looking one, so I'm gonna actually change that out in a little bit. Lately I have been doing a lot of cleaning. Well, I didn't mean to break the box like this, but spring and fall, I always like to do like a deep clean throughout the whole house. So I'm talking about scrubbing baseboards, I'm talking about a real deep clean. All right, this looks like okay quality. There was a flash sale on Amazon, so I picked this one and it was $40. Okay, when I spend my money, I want to spend my money on stuff that I want to spend it on. So this is not like metal, like the one I have right now is a nickel metal. This looks like some kind of a plastic material, so I don't know if that's good or bad for a shower head. And then it has little holes like most of them do, so I'm gonna put that together in a little bit and put that up. I just feel so much better when everything just looks refreshed and put in order and put in the spaces that it belongs. So let's do a quick haul of the things that I went out and got today. First things first, let's talk about Prada's fragrance. It is the Paradox Intense, y'all. I really want that fragrance. The only reason I feel like I have not bought it now is because I know Sephora is gonna do their sale again in the fall where you can get, I think it's like 15, 20, and 25% off based off of your tier of everything in store. So I should be the one that's 25% off. I think that's the tier that it does. And any Sephora products, you get 30% off. I think it's usually comes around October, November. So if you're watching this and you are into makeup or you're a makeup artist, I'm gonna rack up on stuff that I could put in my artist kit to bring in, just like refresh it and bring in some newer stuff. So if you're an artist, look around for that sale. I have been eating fragrance up, and all different kinds of fragrances. Years ago, I think my main thing was more so makeup, and so skincare and fragrance have been just my thing right now. So I did go by Sephora. I wanted to get a sample of Product Paradox because I know Sephora will give samples of different items, but basically the person that worked there said they don't do the fragrance samples anymore ever since 2020. I have smelled the fragrance enough though to know that I want that fragrance. I want that fragrance. It's the sweeter one that I have smelled out of the different products. It's like sweet, but it's like a grown woman sweet. And so I love that. Anyway, I ended up getting this Caudalie Beauty Elixir. And I love this stuff, you guys, because I love this stuff, you guys, because I don't really have a reason, like, you know, why, as far as like me seeing a huge difference, although it does claim to do a lot of things. But I love this stuff because of the smell, and I just spray this on my face. I have the mini one right now, so I wanted to get the big one. I spray this on my face as the last thing for my skincare routine at night, and it just feels so good. There's peppermint in here. I don't know if there's tea tree oil in here, but it just smells like essential oil. It just smells so good, and my skin just feels so good. And obviously this is a well-liked item because it says Best of Beauty Lure 2024 award winner. So the main thing I wanted to get today was this blush from YSL. Okay, so I have had this recent love of purple blush. It's like the latest thing that I have been intrigued with is a purple blush. So I decided, you know what, I'm about to use my gift cards on getting this. So this is how it looks, y'all. So pretty. The packaging, so gorgeous. For some reason, this purple, this deep purple, I feel like it looks lighter because it's so bright in here right now. But oh, with a dark brown lip, a matte brown lipstick, or a dark matte purple lipstick, baby, running circles around them, okay? And then they gave me samples of stuff. Honestly, whenever I get samples, I kind of toss them. I don't care for samples, but let's look at these samples. Oh, this is a nice sample, y'all. Normally, when I get samples, they don't always look like nice. It just looks like something they just like. To me, these type of samples, I don't like keeping them around because I just feel like it's just something extra taking up space. But these actually look like some real deal samples. And I think this is Giorgio Armani. This is not YSL. He gave me a sample of the YSL Blur Primer. I did look at this when I was in the car. Now this looks good. This looks fancy. This looks like money. And based off of what I'm feeling on my hands of this, it feels like a silicone type of primer. Alright, y'all, so let's talk about fragrance. So I remember vividly years ago, Baccarat, everybody and their mama, everybody and their grandma, everybody and their baby was walking around smelling like Baccarat. And I don't know if this is just me or if this was a real thing. Everywhere I went, I smelled Baccarat. I smelled it in like the perfume oils, you know, that you can buy from, you know, the hair store and stuff like that. I would smell it all the time like that. I would smell it as like a car freshener, like the air freshener. I didn't even know what Baccarat was, honestly, at that time, but I just knew everywhere I went, I was smelling this scent on people. And so I finally ended up finding out it was Baccarat. But because I smelled it on everybody and their mama and everybody else, it made me not want to get that fragrance. It made me feel like this is something that I've smelled so much and everybody has it. I don't want it. So I was tired of smelling Baccarat. So smelling it on everybody and their mama turned me off from the scent. Now, this was probably like 2, maybe 3 years ago. Like around that time frame that I kept smelling it. So time has gone by, and lately I think I smelled something. I think I smelled a candle that had the scent. and it kind of like changed me a little bit. I don't know, I just feel like because time has passed by, I'm more, like open to the scents, and I was like, I really like this. Now if the original Baccarat fragrance, I think the normal size that I was looking at is about $500. I am not ready to make that purchase, especially on a scent that at one time I smelled so much that it was aggravating me. So this is a scent that I think I will get like in candle form right now, or it is just something that I'm going to have to allow myself to warm up to. And so how I'm doing that is through the dupes of the fragrance. I did see this online as like a dupe, and it's $29.99, and it says that it smells like golden saffron, amber resin, and sandalwood. So I'm about to spray it now that I have it. The tester was completely sprayed out in store. I'm trying to find a space I don't have fragrance on right now. This actually does smell like Baccarat. I feel like if you were to buy the original House's version of it, it would be stronger. It would be like your best bet of the fragrance, but I can do this. So I'm gonna wear this for a little bit and see how I feel. See if this is a fragrance that I can see myself having. And I'm in no rush to buy the fragrance, but I think I'm just allowing myself to be warmed up to it again. I just randomly had a thought like, Baccarat seems like it would be nice, to have or whatever. But so before I ever spend that much on a fragrance, I need to know that I love it. That's okay. I'm happy to have this thing. And that's it, y'all. I did end up going to one of my favorite restaurants. This might be like my favorite spot to go get brunch, and it is Copeland's. It's like a New Orleans style restaurant. They do brunch on Saturdays and Sundays, and I used to go there all the time. I have not been going. I don't even remember the last time I went, to be honest. But over the years, I would go there like multiple times throughout the years for their brunch. It's probably been, I think, since last fall. Now that I think about it, was the last time I ate there. And those Gouda grits, the red beans and rice, and the French toast, that's really all I go there for. I am not really a buffet person because I get full quickly, and I just don't like the feeling of feeling stuffed. I love me some good food. I love a good meal, but when I start to feel stuffed, I start to feel so uncomfortable. So the buffets on Saturday, I think it was like $22. I feel like you get your money's worth, because $22 at another restaurant for half that food, if even, would have probably you would have paid that anyway. So I don't feel like the buffet is a waste, me going there, even though I don't eat everything. But I think it's a mental thing. Like when you hear buffet, it makes you feel like, oh, I need to eat as much as I can. But honestly, thinking about it now, there was no reason for me to go back for seconds, thirds, fourths. And I normally don't do that. Like if I didn't get something the first round that I wanted to eat and they just like freshly put it out, then I'll go back for seconds or something. But I normally don't do that there whenever I do the buffet. It's the food I love eating there. So that's my place. So yeah, the day was made. I'm trying to think if I have anything else to say, y'all. I today am going to finish up on cleaning. I'm literally been going like room to room. I'm doing deep clean. Like I'm about to go in the freezer, toss out any meat that I haven't eaten in a while that's burnt up by the freezer, stuff like that. We ain't playing no games, okay? I'm trying to go into this fall season feel completely like just renewed and freed. So all right, y'all, so I'm in the bathroom about to change out that shower head over there for this one. It is hours later. I took my bath and I just did my skincare, and I just feel so good. That shower head system, like the whole new thing, is an upgrade, okay? I thought because of the material that it might be like a hit or miss situation, but it's really nice. The only thing that's different is that, which technically maybe there was a default in my last one. Both the rain fall down part and the handle part would go when I'm taking a shower. But now this one has a little thing where you can twist and turn. So one is on at the same time and the other is not. Now that I think about it, when I'm at hotels, it's usually like that where one is on versus the other. So maybe the other one, the way I set it up, it was a defect and I just never realized. But I don't use it now, so it's done with. Right now, I'm about to watch Heart and Hustle Houston. I have not watched reality TV in a while. Like, I used to love reality TV. I used to love it so much. Like, all the Housewives shows. I think it was only one franchise I never watched. I couldn't get into, but all of them, baby, I was there to see them all. And then it got to a point where over the years, it just got worse and worse and worse. Anyway, back to Heart and Hustle Houston. One of the girls on there, I follow her on Instagram. And so I've been following her for years. And so I just saw one day that she posted that she was going to be on the show. So I haven't gotten into it. I think I only watched 2 episodes. I like seeing like reality TV that still gives reality. I think like after a while things start to change as, you know, people become more known and elevated. I think that's when things do end up changing on the series. But so far I like it. Love to see women doing a thing and making it happen. So yeah. On Saturdays, I'm usually doing, I feel like I'm always doing something, to be honest. But I just, in this time, like in this season, have been wanting to chill and just rest. So I'm excited for the fall time because I feel like I can just chill, and I love being home when it's the fall and winter and it's cold outside. I love being in the house, okay? And I'm already feeling like that. I'm already starting to feel like that. So, yeah. Anyway, y'all, I just got a salad from Zaxby's, so I'm about to eat that. And I have to get up early because I have work. And then I am going to actually go to church in the morning. So, yeah, I will check in with y'all later in the week. Another pecan. Hey y'all, so I have taken a shower. I did my makeup and I have used the products. This blush is definitely blushing. I'm about to film, so I have on like heavier makeup, but I'm about to film. Anyway, I have used the products that I picked up and I like the way that they work on my hair. I'm glad I stopped and got them. So this is the Watch and See. I feel like the packaging looks really good. And this is the rehydration spray. I wasn't going to get this at first, but then I saw it and I was like, I probably should get this because I remember on the live, she was talking about how a lot of times when people are trying to rehydrate their natural hair, they will put water on it. But she was saying how water evaporates off of the hair. So I was like, probably should get this. So I like the way that this worked. I feel like with the gel, well, it's called Slick Back Glaze. Together, I feel like they work really good. And I'm a 4C girl, y'all. I have coils, okay? And I am still honestly learning how to do my natural hair. One of my go-to styles is this style. I do like this style when my hair is pulled back and slicked back. But for every day, if I'm going to wear my natural hair, I don't think this is what I want to wear for every day. I used to do twist outs when I first became natural, and I got to a point where I really loved them, but I haven't really worn my hair out a lot lately. I work out also a lot, so it's like I sweat a lot, so it's just like I do want to start to get back into trying out styles again of my natural hair, like a twist out. I used to love a cute little twist out and pull it up and have my puff with the, you know, defiant twist. Y'all, when I saw this in store and I saw all the glitter and stuff, and I was like, I don't know about this, but I ended up giving it a try, and my hair still looks good. You can't really see glitter and stuff in my hair, so this is actually really pretty. So I actually love this product, and I'm about to film a video and I'm gonna talk about these two since I've been able to use them. I'm about to do a haul video if y'all want to check it out. But the consistency of this product kind of feels like an in-between. Like, it's not too thin of a gel for natural hair. For 4C hair, I'm gonna say specifically my hair, and it's also not too like so thick that it's not even gel anymore. It's like a pomade. So I felt like this was the perfect amount that I needed in pulling my hair back. And then as far as the rest of this little mini haul, I needed to re-up on this Peach and Lily Collagen Cushion Peptide Lip Balm. I use this every night after I brush my teeth for bedtime. I love putting this on. So this is a staple in my skincare routine and collection. Love this, and this is my second purchase of this. Y'all, let's talk about girl math. So when I was in Ulta, I had a 20% off coupon, so I was gonna actually use that on this, but it didn't work for the Peach and Lily, so I was like, okay, whatever. This was $22. How about I had $20 in points racked up? So I only had to pay like $1 and some change for this. So to me, basically I got it for free. And when I was in Marshall's, I talked about this in my last vlog about how Marshall's has the syrups. So I have never seen this butter pecan syrup. This is the Le Syrup de Monin brand. I just thought in my mind this would be really nice to have as a fall time flavor to make my lattes and stuff. But honestly, you can have this at any time of the year. I think it was about a year ago, maybe a little more, I ended up buying this ground coffee in the butter pecan flavor, and it was really good. So, and then let's talk about this, y'all. So I have had pretty much probably the same silverware I've had over 5 years. I want to say I've had it before even moving into where I live now, like my place now. And one thing that I just noticed today was that I only had 3 forks left. That is odd to me because I don't throw out silverware. As far as I know, I have not thrown out silverware. I'm not the type of person that's constantly hosting people and having people in and out of my place to be, you know, taking silverware with them or just using it and maybe they threw it away or anything like that. So the fact that my forks have like basically disappeared is not the same situation when it comes to the knives and the spoons. And so for me to only have 3 in the dishwasher and I didn't have any in the drawer that I normally keep, I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand what's happening with the forks. It's really given that they got up and ran out of here. It's really given nuts. It is the most oddest thing. And a lot of times I will use like plastic silverware. That is my favorite thing to use, actually, plasticware. So for my forks to have just like disappeared out of nowhere, y'all, I used to have forks, like multiple forks. It wasn't just 3 forks. Like again, my spoons and knives, I have an overflow of spoons and the butter knives. So what happened to my forks, I just don't know. It's very weird. It's very odd, but all of that to say, I picked up some forks from Marshall's. These were $9.99. I actually was going to get a full thing of the silverware, of the spoons, knives, and the forks, but I felt like, again, I don't really need the spoons and the knives. One of my favorite things, I love small forks. Like when I eat, I love smaller forks, but if I wanted the smaller forks, I would have had to get all the other stuff too. So I ended up looking at the back of all their forks and spoons and all that, and I was able to find these. But I just see they only have the one size forks in here, 10 of the one size. So yeah, that's the weirdest thing, y'all. That's the weirdest thing. At this point, I don't even know if I want to know. Okay, maybe it's just a sign that I just needed to get more forks. All right, you guys, I'm done filming. I fixed it now. I literally forgot to put mascara on one of my bottom lashes, and I was looking back at the footage like, this gotta be like, you know, it's just the way the footage looks. I never do that. If I have a mascara, I have it on. If I don't, I don't. I genuinely do not feel like recording this video again. Like, I feel like I was so full when I was filming Like I said everything that I needed to say. And so I just cannot imagine refilming this video. It is so many days later. It is probably like, I don't even know, at least 3 to 4 days later, I think, since I've last seen you guys. And so y'all, right now I haven't brushed my hair or nothing. I've been home. I do have on clothes, all right? I got on regular clothes. But I have been home and I have been editing and working on stuff all day. Speaking of that just reminded me, I have something I need to work on the website. But y'all, remember how I was saying the thing about the forks? I literally was on YouTube just looking at stuff and looking for things to watch. Please tell me this is actually hilarious, because I was just saying how I don't understand how the forks are disappearing. Please tell me why I'm scrolling and I see this video that Tabitha Brown posted it that says, "Where are the forks?" So I clicked it and she's literally talking about the same thing that I was saying days ago. And she posted this video today, because I'm seeing like the comments are saying, or maybe yesterday, I'm seeing like the comments are saying a day ago and like 8 hours ago, 22 hours ago. So this is just not a me thing, okay? This must just be like a thing where the forks just all band together and decided that they were going to run away out of people's houses. But I just thought that was so hilarious. It's like sometimes when I'll be thinking like this happened, or you know, like I'm going through something, I'll get online and I'll see a video that's talking exactly about that very thing. So if your forks have disappeared, this is a real thing, okay? You ain't crazy. Nobody probably ain't come in and steal your forks. This is a real thing going on out here. Now I don't know why. I don't know what's going on, but you good. All right. Anyway, y'all, I'm about to end this video. I need to go work out. I'm not even lying. I have felt so unmotivated to work out, but I know that just because the motivation is not there does not mean that I don't need to work out, okay? So I'm about to go to this gym and take my hot Pilates class and walk the treadmill a little bit. So I'm ending this vlog. I thank you so much for watching. Bye, y'all.